Hey everybody, welcome to DFW Honda. I'm here with Chad today, who's the sales manager and self-proclaimed trike expert.
Yes, sir.
Here at DFW Honda.
Yes, sir.
And they've invited me out here today to try out one of these or check out these motor, I guess they're Motor Trike. Are these all Motor Trike?
They are all Motor Trikes, yes,
Okay,
sir.
so these are all Motor Trike trikes. Have very little experience with trikes, so we're going to rely on Chad to tell us a little bit about it. So let's go over here and I want to look at this beautiful, I call it copper. What's the name of this color?
So this is the Jupiter Orange. We've got it built on a 2024. We did a full custom paint all the way from the bike to the kit. And it's beautiful, man. It really is.
It really is nice looking. So when somebody buys a trike, you basically can custom paint it to any color I guess they want, if it's not one that's already been tricked out.
So this is actually something new that we started to do. We were traditionally only doing the standard Honda colors. So that way we would just paint the kit, put it on, and it was all good to go. But this year we wanted to try something different. Since they only offered the white and the black, we wanted to offer some different color options and everything to our customers. We try to stick with specifically the Goldwing codes because they're easier to get the paint and work on, as well as Honda's picked beautiful colors over the years. Right. The only difference is going to be this one right here, which is our Snake Venom. That's the only non-Honda color that we have.
Yeah, I like that color, but I'm always partial to the yellow because I had a 2005 that was kind of a pearl yellow. Mm-hmm. This is what you call hot rod yellow?
Yes, sir. Right? This is the 2010.
Take a look at it.
Yeah, this is the 2010 hot rod yellow. We did a yellow and black combination off of this one, and then in the one in the back, we actually did the full yellow on it. I've always been a fan of the yellow. I think Honda does fantastic on the Goldwing when it pertains to it. Any other model, I probably wouldn't put yellow on it, but there's something about the Goldwing in yellow that just works.
It's kind of a subculture within the Goldwing community.
Very
much.
much.
Who love the yellow and those who hate the yellow. Okay, mechanically, let's talk a little bit about these trikes because I know very little about it. I can already see there's a little bit of a difference on the front fork.
Yeah.
I guess that, I don't know, what is that doing? Is it a brace or support or what is that?
So it's actually an insert plate, which you'll see right here.
Okay.
That increases the rake 6.5 degrees to make it a lot easier to turn and maneuver.
Okay.
The cool thing is it doesn't compromise the main suspension of the Goldwing itself in the front. So it feels pretty much like normal.
Okay.
It doesn't change any way how it rides or feels, except for the fact that you're turning the bars more than you would weight-wise.
And do all of these trikes, are they all pretty much equipped the same way?
Yeah. So everything that we build on Motor Trike's Condor independent rear suspension kit. All of our kits come with independent rear suspensions with dual shock coilovers, but they also have an air ride on there as well that is fully adjustable on the fly. Okay. Most trike kits that are built by other companies like Roadsmith or CSC, you actually have to stop the bike to adjust the suspension. Same with the Goldwing itself, but on this one you can actually adjust it while you're riding. So if you want it a little bit softer, a little bit rougher, you can always adjust that accordingly.
Okay.
So your target was incredible ride, incredible handling, and you wanted basically a maintenance-free system where they would never have to worry about over the miles having to work on it all the time. So you'll notice first when you look at this that our half shafts, when they're on the ground, are parallel with the ground. So you don't have to worry about them being at 25, 35, or 45 degrees, which puts a tremendous amount of wear on the boot. You lose the boot, you lose the grease, you lose the grease, you lose your half shaft, and you're broken down on the side of the road. The other advantage of having it down flat like that is our entire plan was to get the best handling vehicle. So we have a lower center of gravity than any other trike conversion out there, which means your ride, your quality, everything is just better, especially if you're getting a little more aggressive. You'll appreciate some of the things we did.
Your typical trike buyer, is this somebody that was riding a motorcycle and for some physical reason maybe they can no longer ride a two-wheel bike, or is it somebody that's never ridden a motorcycle and they decide to buy a trike?
So it's actually a combination of both. It's probably going to be a majority of people that are in love with riding motorcycles. They've been riding for a long time, but they're getting to the point where they're not feeling comfortable holding up a heavier machine, but still want to get on the road and still want to tour and still want to take those trips, you know. So it's more driven toward that factor. But I've had some people come out and say, man, this is something I want to get into, but I don't want to ride two wheels. I want to just get on the trike because it's going to be easier for me to get comfortable with.
Okay.
That's another reason why we do all DCT models, because it just makes it easy all around.
Okay.
Adding the forward and reverse assist, so you're not having to muscle the trike back or forward when you're parking it, but also giving the DCT so it opens up to just about anybody that wants to ride it.
What's the most popular color? Is there a popular color?
It kind of goes back and forth. Honda put out a lot of red over the years, so if you kind of quantify it that way, the red has been the most popular color. But we have really, really good luck with the ultralight blue that they offered in 22. And we actually started custom painting some of the ultralight blues as well for the 24 model. But they sell so quick that I don't have one here to show you, unfortunately.
Is this the matte blue that was on the bagger model?
So this is a 22 bagger that we added a tour pack onto.
Oh, okay.
And then we added the Motor Trike kit onto it. And the cool thing is you don't lose anything that it offers, because since the bagger model had an adjustable suspension that was a manual adjustment, the air ride basically takes over that, and you don't have to worry about that. So the only thing you're missing out between this one and the tour model is going to be the heated seat.
The heated seat, yeah. And tell me a little bit about reverse, because it doesn't use the Goldwing reverse, does it, or does it?
Yeah, so it does.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll utilize the same Goldwing reverse, moving it back and moving it forward. It is a little bit slower than the two-wheeler because, of course, the extra weight on the trike kit, but it's still good for parking in spaces or pulling off a trailer and stuff like that.
Okay, great. And what about, I know people are going to ask, warranty. How is warranty handled from Honda? Is it everything in front of the trike kit?
Yeah, so essentially the way it works, Honda offers the 3-year unlimited mile warranty. Motor Trike offers a 3-year 60,000 mile warranty on their kit. Everything on the bike that is Honda can still be covered by Honda. And the only way they can say no to it is if the trike kit caused the issue, in which case Motor Trike's warranty covers whatever the trike kit is causing.
Okay.
Cool thing is we, as a dealership, also offer plans and everything that extend, that will cover both the bike and the trike kit, so no dealership can tell you no. And it's handled nationwide, including Canada.
Oh, weight. What is the weight difference? How much weight does it actually add to the bike?
So overall, the bike rounds out to about 1,500 pounds in total once you add the trike kit.
Okay, tell me a little bit about the rear suspension. What's their suspension system like in the back?
It's incredible. It's a full differential, and then of course you have a dual shock coilover on each side, which is fantastic, giving it a nice, comfortable ride and feel. And when you're in your heavy, aggressive turns, it actually changes the camber of the wheels to adjust to the pitch of the turn to give you optimal traction to the ground.
And these use, I assume, car tires? Okay. Yeah. And what can somebody usually expect life-wise out of those tires? They should last quite a while.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. It would surprise me if you didn't get a good 15, 20,000 miles at the least on them. Because it's a standard car tire, you're going to get quite a good ride out of it.
And does that do away with the Honda TPMS?
So that is the only hindrance on the Motor Trike, is if the TPMS system was actuated when we received the bike in, it will put up the TPMS light on there, because Honda doesn't have a system to read 3 wheels, they only read 2.
Right.
Good thing is you can still read the front wheel pressure, you just can't read the rears.
Okay, so you could get an aftermarket TPMS or something like that. And what about financing? How does that, do you still go through Honda financing for this, even with the trike kit, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we're actually really, really good in with Honda, and they've been working with us very closely to try and push more aggressively for trike financing. But Honda's been really good about picking up the loans and everything. Normally customers are putting around 10 to 20,000 down on these to keep their payments low and everything like that. So we're still able to fall into the parameters of the wing, but we do offer optional financing and everything for more than that. The cool thing is Honda just released a program that gives us up to 84 months, so they can really stretch that term if they want to and get that payment down, making these more accessible to more people.
What do I need to know that I don't already know about buying a trike, or especially a motor trike?
Yeah. Space is everything. when it comes to touring. Honda knew that when they made the 21 and they made the bigger trunk, and Motor Trike is no different. When you look at these and you look at their spacing in the trunk, which I can show you here if you'd like,
Sure.
There's plenty of space overall in the kit itself for big bags, small suitcases, and stuff like that. So that way people aren't losing any kind of space with the side bags.
How does it compare to the side bags?
It's actually significantly more overall. And the best thing about Motor Trike is the top two companies are CSC and Motor Trike, and they boast having the biggest trunk in the industry. The difference between Motor Trike and CSC though is these hinges right here, right?
Okay.
So not only do you have a full indoor trunk that goes all the way around, but the hinges don't protrude into the trunk. So you can actually put bags in there and they don't compromise anything.
Okay.
The CSC is opposite. They actually protrude in and it minimizes what you can put in there, and they have a step down trunk build.
Nice.
Yeah, so you have a light in the back. With all of our Motor Trike kits, we bring in touch-up paint. So if any rock chips or anything happen to the kit itself, you can take this to a paint shop that can match it and get you taken.
Do these come, I know they don't come painted from Motor Trike, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, so Motor Trike is able to match the Honda paint by their coating perfectly.
But like the one with the Harley paint, you had that done locally?
We actually had that done by Motor Trike as well.
Really?
So we actually send our two-wheelers to Troop, Texas, where Motor Trike is located, to have them trike by the professionals. So the people that built and designed these kits are the same people that installed them on every single one of our wings.
Okay, so you're not building these here.
Yeah.
They're built at the factory.
We want the pros to take care of it to give the best quality to our customers. Motor Trike's independent rear suspension is actually on an air ride system here. And you can increase accordingly, and you can stretch that kit all the way up to 120, 130 PSI. Now, of course, I don't recommend going that high in the overall.
Sure.
Standard running pressure, I recommend around 42 to 46. Gives a nice, comfortable, smooth ride. And then, of course, any added weight, like if you put a trailer on, heavy luggage or anything like that, you can raise it up to kind of compensate for that, but normally it's not overly necessary. The air ride does a fantastic job of compensating it and letting the shocks do the work for the control. I think you just need to experience it, man. That's the beauty of trikes, is jumping on and experiencing a whole different type of riding. It's fantastic.
Okay, great. Well, let's go do it. Okay, we're getting ready to take a ride. Ricky's going to go with me. We're going to put this Motor Trike to the test.
And then from there, just put it in drive like normal.
Ready to go. I'll ride around the parking lot a little. I know that when you make a turn, it wants to throw you off the other way. I remember that. Okay, we are off on our ride of this Motor Trike. Feels a little different in the front for sure.
A few moments later.
After a brief ride, Ricky got off the trike so she could shoot video of me on the trike.
Okay, so I'm out on this Motor Trike, and the first hardest thing for me to get used to was when you come to a stop, you don't put your feet down on the ground. Now, turning is different because when you turn, it's wanting to, it doesn't lean like a typical motorcycle. That's true of any trike or ATV. I think what I notice is the front end seems to be pretty responsive. It's smooth, it rides just like a Goldwing, like you would expect it to. So no difference there. It just, it's a different ride, obviously, but it still has the smoothness and the feel of a Honda Goldwing. So I'm just riding around the dealership here and on the little side streets. It's not my bike. I don't feel comfortable going a long distance on it, and I don't want to put a lot of miles on one of their motorcycles or trikes that they're going to sell. So I guess I see the appeal of this, especially for those of you guys that, for whatever reason, you cannot ride two wheels. Maybe you have a hip replacement or a knee replacement or some other condition. Let me turn in here. I mean, a trike is made for a DCT. There's no doubt about that. So there's two takeaways. There's obviously a pretty good market for these Goldwing trikes. And DFW Honda, if you live in the DFW Metroplex or the surrounding area, they definitely have the inventory and the knowledge. I would say if you're in the market for a trike, you definitely should consider DFW Honda. I think within a day of riding, it'll be second nature.
Well, that wraps up my test ride of this 2024 Honda Goldwing Motor Trike conversion. Maybe you're thinking of transferring from a motorcycle to a trike, or maybe you're just not comfortable riding on two wheels. This might be a solution for you. If you're considering a trike or a Can-Am, before you do anything, make sure you check out these motor trikes from DFW Honda. And if you liked this video, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. That really does help my YouTube channel rankings. And whether you're on 3 wheels or 2 wheels, ride often, but ride safe.